Philosophy can be a daunting subject to teach, as it often involves the explanation of complex and abstract ideas and encouraging students to think creatively and independently. The challenge becomes more pronounced in the context of online teaching, where students learn remotely and independently in front of their own computers. So how do you engage students and maintain their attention span, while doing justice to the intellectual depth of the subject? Such was the challenge we faced. Our course instructor, Professor Chad Hansen, is a very good philosophy professor, whose lectures are always challenging and interesting at the same time. So how did we turn his course into a MOOC? It has been a long development process with lots of trial and error. At first, the production had a humble beginning. We just tried to film Professor Hansen without much preparation work to envision what it would look like. Chad is a good speaker in that he could speak on any topic effortlessly, without a need of scripts or a prompter. However, the result was rather disappointing. The video clips were simply too long, and it was difficult to separate them into shorter clips, which works best on the edX platform. We realize that careful planning of the content and flow is extremely important. So before we picked up our camera and started shooting again, our instructional designers worked with Chad to divide his course material into numerous knowledge units, which are 6 to 10 minutes long. Many researchers show that the optimal length of online educational videos is 6 minutes long, or even shorter if you want to keep students' engagement. Then we try to film again, this time sticking to our shooting plan clip by clip. We asked Chad to speak into the camera, as if addressing the viewers directly. The result was encouraging. The contents become easier to follow, and the delivery a lot smoother. However, we still thought that it didn't do justice to the dynamic and engaging teaching style that Chad is most famous for. Something was clearly missing. So the production team tried an entirely new method. We put Professor Hansen in a small classroom setting and surrounded him with real students and 3 cameras. We shot it like a mini concert, and the result was great. One learner said in a discussion forum, "But that's exactly what I thought an ideal philosophy class should look like. A professor surrounded by a small group of students, sitting on a green lawn, discussing great thoughts concerning humanity. And that's exactly what we're trying so hard to achieve." After shooting, we tried to work backward to make the storyboards. Our instructional designers digested the clips and decided what text should be highlighted. And then our multimedia designers created fun animations to present abstract philosophy concepts. The goal was to create a right mix of intimacy and authority. We understand that students lose attention easily in a sea of video clips with subject matters that they're not familiar with. So we did a few things to give a sense of structure throughout the course. First, we included an introduction and a conclusion clip to each week's lecture. And each clip has an opening with the title of the knowledge unit. And it also has a clear ending with the same music played as Chad concludes his lectures. To give a better sense of structure, we have added light and simple music only to the storytelling and animation parts of the videos, so that those parts can be easily distinguished from Professor Chad's lecture. And we also made sure that the typography and graphic styles are consistent and meaningful. Now, besides the visual, the audio part is just as important. The audio levels should be kept consistent and steady and free of noise and ambience. The audio quality should not be muddy or overbright. However, the room we filmed in was not very good in terms of acoustic properties. It was huge with big ambience. There was also a lot of noise from the air conditioners. So we used special audio software to process every word in each video clip. We removed the noise, reduced the ambience, and made the EQ adjustment to make sure that Chad's speech sounds clear in frequently used media of the learners, laptops with small speakers, mobile phones, and headphones. The balance between education and entertainment is a hard one to strike, and we hope that we're able to make the learning experience as informative, enlightening, and enjoyable as possible.